again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome back. The halftime show is upon us. The 2,000 fans are, well, lukewarm. I wouldn't say it was a raucous boo, but there we go. I can see some of you are already flying into the comment section. Brilliant. Get those comments in. We want to hear from you. As always, I'm joined by Benjamin, and I'm joined by Amy. Welcome back, guys. So, halftime, we're 2-0 down. I'll give you both the positive. And for those watching at home, a positive. You're not freezing cold.
Nice and warm here.
I'm so warm. I turned the heating down.
I found your next presenter, next show. It's
yes.
Again.
I was just Googling what the opening line to Groundhog Day was. Right, some comments before we get into the meat and potatoes. Simo, ITFC, we will end up playing 4-4-2 and getting a point that we did not deserve. Matthew Nell, no chance of scoring. Stuart Codling, top six side yet again. Here we are losing. Matthew Nell, looks like League One. Simon Hall couldn't defend in League Two. Facebook user, he needs to go. Angry emoji, angry emoji, angry emoji. Frosdick. Jamie, no, they are shocking. Callie, well, yeah, legend Callie is. I said this would happen. First goal, McGuinness caught napping. Second goal, Chambers out muscled by Wood, caught napping. Cruncher says Mick was the dinosaur. Okay. Emerson, Dazelle, the only one trying to make us play. Loads of comments. Keep them coming in. Benjamin, I'm so tempted to turn this drab off. But at least you can turn it off. Imagine going into a ballot for it.
Oh, imagine being trapped there for another 45 minutes. Oh, God.
with no bar kiosks open, so you can't even go and get blindingly drunk to pretend it's good.
Ironically, they're about to watch an empty pitch, which will probably be better than the first 45 minutes they watched. So enjoy the next 15 minutes because that's going to end.
Right, let's pull it apart. Soft in both boxes. I'm going to throw this both at you straight at the bat. He can't play 4-4-2 because he's working with one arm behind his back. Only one striker on the bench, Drinan. Portsmouth have got a striker on the bench called Ellis Harrison, who we sold. That's a downgrade, is it not? Us having Drinan on the bench and them having Harrison? Like, isn't that why we are where we are? Because it's not really that man's fault, or Mick McCarthy's fault, or Paul Hurst's fault, or Paul Jewell's fault, or Roy Keane's fault. There's one man to blame for this, isn't there?
I'm inclined to agree. I feel like I'm going against the opinions of every other Ipswich fan.
Sorry.
I've just been having a chat with my mate.
Hawkins on the bench as well, but he's not a striker. Sorry, I don't care what you say.
No, I understood what you meant. I was feeling really calm. Like, I'm peed off that we're 2 down. I think that's very unfortunate. But I felt like we were playing okay. Like, that was a decent performance. And maybe what it comes down to is that actually we can't compete with the top teams in this league. And maybe that is down to Evans not allowing us to buy decent strikers and us, like you say, Lambert having his... I don't think Lambert's done anything wrong with the formation today for once. I'm not convinced there's much of a change he can do with subs. I think we're playing okay. I think that's a decent game, what I've just seen. You're right, the goals were sloppy and the defence was asleep, as Callie said. But overall, honestly, I think we're playing probably to the best of our ability, I thought.
Are we not just watching, because I've got some comments coming, and they're right, saying how, booing academy players is a bit harsh, and that's always a tricky situation. But are we not just watching a club that's just not that good with quality? Like, Portsmouth have quality in the right areas. We've got academy prospects, not
I said this prospects. Last week, that bench is getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And, what I was saying just before the show is that if ever a game or a half encapsulated where we are at the moment, down, soft in the box, 0 attacking threat, wrong formation, and a player off injured, which is my biggest thing of this season. So that's no longer gone now. And they were saying on there that he needs to rest. He needs to go and rest it now. So that's him out till the other side of Christmas. So now that bench gets even weaker, And I tell you, this season will be down. This will be down to injuries. Lambert, yes, he should be playing 4-4-2. That game was crying out for 4-4-2. I thought we were playing okay, actually. I thought we were doing quite well. But against any form of quality, anything about a team at all, and we're done. and we are playing the plan B. There is no plan C, and the plan C are now going. No, the plan B are now going off injured as well.
So what makes you think 4-4-2 be any better? Like what? Who is in this 4-4-2?
Could it be any worse?
Well, that's not a reason. But that's not a reason to. Well, you're losing, so of course it can't be any worse. But that's not a reason to say it's the wrong formation. Like what? Who is in your 4-4-2? Like who are you taking out and putting in? Because unless you're finding a goal scorer from somewhere that I've missed on the bench, I don't see it. Like I don't get that argument.
You've got to supplement the possible goal scorers on the pitch. So Jackson, okay, I think his quality. I think he flatters to deceive because his name is Caden Jackson. But I would have Hawkins up supporting him. That game changed last week.
For who?
What do you mean for who?
It's 11 versus 11, so you've got to take one player out. Who are you sacrificing for this player
probably.
that's got
Lancaster? Because I'm not sure. Maybe you guys saw something I didn't, but I wasn't aware he was on the pitch. You could actually argue we were already down to 10 men because he hasn't actually done anything.
I would say some of our best stuff's come through, Jack.
I have to disagree. I think our best stuff has come through Dobra. I think, thank God for him and Dazelle. I think Dobra was the man of the half, and he was running into the positions. He was using a bit of trickery. He had that chance. I want Lancaster to do that, the other side of that centre forward position. I want it coming from both sides. I just think it's the story of the season that the injuries are going to kill us and the formation is wrong. And you heard the boos there at the end of half time. So again, these are people that have taken their time and their money with a slight element of risk to go and support them. And this is what they're being treated to. So interestingly, what will the halftime, what will the speech be now from Lambert? What can you possibly say?
I get that point, Ben, but then I also I counter that point with what did they expect? Like, did anyone sit at home this morning truly hand on heart and say, today, our record against the top six is so good. I'm so gutted. I'm going to miss out on a guaranteed win, a guaranteed. Like, we were optimistic, but we were all saying before the game, I don't know why I'm optimistic. I just feel it. Like
it's that horrible thing called hope.
Yeah, but
I was optimistic that we weren't going to get battered. That is the position that I am in as an Ipswich fan now. Anything actually 2-0 down doesn't feel too bad. How ridiculous is that? And we're meant to be a top team in this league like they are, like Portsmouth are. So we should be on a level with them. But I feel like I've accepted our mid-table mediocrity already in December. And I'm feeling okay about it because I know that this is what's going to happen. Like you said, it's Groundhog Day. Nothing's going to change this season. Maybe it's down to Evans. Maybe it's down to Lambert. Maybe it's a mixture of all of it. But I just don't...
Sad. Do you know what's sad about it, Amy? That I think you kind of shared my sentiment before the kickoff that despite everything, we still felt that hope. We thought today might be a good game. We might just turn that out of nothing with zero expectation. Welcome to the life of an Ipswich Town supporter. You always think it's just around the corner and it never
never know.
So the level that you and I have probably dropped down, everyone else was already not expecting this. But maybe we had a bit of hope, so the fall is greater for us. I was optimistic today, and I don't really know why.
So was I.
There's reason to be, but unfortunately, welcome to Ipswich Town 2020. Player injured behind, and we have no attacking threat. Maybe we have to come to that realization that we are just a 10th, a 10th position team, a 9th position team.
Sorry, Ben. Go on. Finish the point.
We've got a couple of games coming up, which we, are teams below us, and even Mills was saying, these are must-win games, and it kind of echoes the point I've been making that in order to achieve anything this year, those teams we have to beat every single one of them every single time because we are getting nothing from anywhere kind of 7th or 8th above. That's where the points are going to have to come from. And then we've got to still contend with God forbid, I'm talking in fantasy here. But imagine we get into the playoffs. Unfortunately, we have to play a top 6 team to win the playoffs.
But at what point do we, as fans, say doesn't matter who's in charge. The ingredients he's cooking the cake with just aren't good. You know, like Nolan goes off, we bring a young kid on who's nowhere near ready to be really.
No, agree.
Do you know what I mean? He's a good player, but not ready. Lancaster, good player, but 46 games consistently. He's a young player. I'm not sure he's quite there. Dobra the same. Jackson's our top goal scorer from last year. Throw him some armbands.
Well, he was only top scorer because he had a good 3 months to begin with. Everything after that was not particularly very good at all. He just happens to be the only senior striker that's starting. So, of course, we've put our hopes on him. But
it feels a bit like, when you're playing Monopoly and someone's already bought the 2 blue squares.
Yep.
And you're on the brown square and you think, well, it might be worth buying it just in case. Exactly. I'll take a punt on it. That's what Norwood is. Norwood is Old Kent Road with a hotel on.
Poor old Norwood. He's not been playing.
And it just feels like you go round and round this board, not really sure that you're ever going to get anywhere, but you never know. And I'm not convinced that swapping the different pieces that go round the board is going to make any difference. The manager,
Yeah, exactly. And Cruncher says we need to get behind, we need to build around the kids. And I'm not disagreeing with that, but when you build around a young team, you've got to then...
We've got time.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. We haven't got time. Say, look, we cannot stay in this league for another year.
We've got this season and it all changes. It all changes after this year. Yeah. This is drinking in the last.
Well, you see, I disagree with that, and that's why I'm still got the poster behind me, because I do see this as a transitional year. But then that's why my expectations are always lower than everybody else's, because if you're playing with a young squad and you're saying, look, we're building, you're not arriving. Whereas fans currently are saying, we're arriving. We need to arrive right now.
For years, I think we're about year 8 in our 5-year plan.
Agreed.
We haven't though. We haven't. We've been plugging gaps with Giles Coke and players, of senior age.
But back then we were told we were building when we had people like him, and I can't even think of the names at the moment. But some of the ridiculous strikers that we've had for like a season, half a season.
They're back out.
Teams are out.
They're back out. Right, we're back at full time. Join us then for your say. I'll get more comments on the screen, I promise. Sorry, we got in depth there. We'll see you all at full time. One day we'll do a watch along because it would be better than the football, I promise you. But we'll see you at full time.